Hi, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the 50s Chicks. I'm Anna Lee,
And I am Patricia.
and I don't know how you want to start the show today, Patricia. You like to say some uplifting words?
First, I would like to hope that everyone is having a wonderful day and that they are being safe and taking care of themselves and participating in self care to make sure that they're not letting this journey, the ups and downs and the bumps and the bruises, keep them in that dark place. Remember your self care, taking care of yourself. And
What are your favorite self care things to do?
self care, like listening to music.
Hmm.
I love like having loud music in the car. I
Hmm.
like I go to the gym. I think that's
Hmm.
self care. Things like that.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. All right, so today we're gonna do a short little episode again of with a Reddit story. And just because I came across this Reddit story on an age appropriate site,
Good.
which is called Dating Over 50. Like, it couldn't be more appropriate if it tried.
Perfect.
Um, and it's a lady that's writing, and she named it Subtle Signs of Disrespect.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, yeah. Maybe sometimes not so subtle,
Oh,
unfortunately. She says, I had a date zero recently, which I've never heard of it, called that.
you're right.
I
Yeah.
had a date zero, but I just from context, I could figure out
You what it is.
that it was a big old zero. I had a date zero recently with a guy who had to check out every woman who walked by.
Yeah.
To me, this is a subtle sign of
Yeah,
disrespect.
it is.
A first date is me time. I put effort into getting ready. I took time out of my day, and I'm making an effort to be engaging and learn about you. The least you can do is give me all of your attention, your full attention.
Absolutely.
Now, this is obviously a quirk of mine. I don't think so. I think that's everybody's quirk.
That is universal.
Yeah.
Disrespect is disrespect.
He says, I'm sure lots of people wouldn't care about this behavior. But it got me thinking, what are some of your personal subtle signs of disrespect?
See, I don't consider that subtle. I consider
Definitely not subtle. And
lazy.
on a first date,
Yeah. See, and that he's telling you that he is not the one. That's what he's telling you. And so you need to run for the hills
hmm
because he's not anybody that you want to what do you call it? Extend or expend any more time with.
hmm
I mean, he's telling you who he is. And that's not a
hmm
quirk. I don't consider that a quirk. Feeling a certain type of way about someone who is meeting you, yet giving everyone else their undivided attention. That, to me, is not a quirk. That is blatant and total, outright
disrespect.
disrespect.
Yes.
That's what that is.
Remember, it is him, not you.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is all
And
him.
that's definitely him. Like, that is not even a guess to me. And if he's, because obviously sometimes you're going to go on dates and you're going to go on dates that where you don't like the other person,
Right.
but this is not the way to let them know.
Right. If that, you're right. It could be, he could, just be doing that just to try to make her feel or give her a subtle hint in his mind that,
Hmm.
or just he's a jerk. However,
Hmm.
whatever the reason, it's all jerk behavior.
I
It's all
think it's jerk either way. Yes.
yes. And he is not worth the time, effort, and or attention.
No.
I mean, I've experienced, I would imagine most women have experienced being out with someone and they're goosenecking every woman that they see. I mean, That is disrespectful. And the thing of it is, if we were to do that, if women, because I mean, see, oh, we're so compliant. We are so compliant. The majority of us. There is you know, some of us that would engage in the same behavior, but I believe the majority of us would go on a date and act like the adults that we are, you know,
Yeah.
and give the person that undivided attention, definitely not outrightly looking at everyone. And
Yeah, and like you said, that is not subtle.
no, it isn't.
But what are some, if we're gonna talk about subtle signs of disrespect, what would you say that is? What kind of example would you
What would
give for
subtle
that?
be?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Subtle. Is there subtle signs of disrespect? Because I consider disrespect all in one basket. I mean, like if you're disrespecting me, you're disrespecting me. I don't know how to put it on a scale. I mean, I guess if cheating is disrespect, but also, um, what else would be on the other end of cheating? Not considering your feelings
Not oh um
or not considering
not
or putting.
like, what about not opening your car door, not doing such things? Is that
No, I don't
subtle
consider
sign?
that disrespectful. I consider that just
That's just not being a gentleman.
nice.
Hmm.
That's inconsiderate.
Yeah, yeah,
That's not disrespectful.
yeah.
Disrespectful on the other side of cheating would be, not, I don't know, putting someone over, not prioritizing you in a situation. To me, that can be disrespectful.
What about showing up late for a date with no explanation and not calling or texting,
Yeah,
saying you're
that's subtle. Okay, I'll give you that's subtle disrespect, and I'm guilty of doing that like 98% of the time. But
late?
that would be subtle disrespect.
Hmm.
I'll give you that. Yes. So I
Hmm.
guess there are some, you know, yeah, that would be subtle. But that I don't think that that would be something I would even bring up. It would be worth mentioning. Now that, along with other things, you can lump it in together. I would think something like that. But I wouldn't say you're with someone and they're looking at every woman that they see in a way that that they're looking at them is complete total disrespect.
Yeah.
Unless that's a friend or but if it's someone you're meeting in a dating situation, then no, that's disrespectful. That is, no matter how you slice it. And I know
Yeah.
some people say, well, there's nothing wrong with looking. Well, yeah, there is. If you're with someone and you're supposed to be respecting that person and their time and
Yeah.
respecting the reason that you came and met together, yeah, that there
And
is
I
nothing
hate to say
wrong with
it, but it's crazy blatant to do it on the first date.
well,
But
yeah.
that, I mean, in a way, that makes it easy for her because she can
Yeah,
just
oh
cut
yeah,
it out
keep it
immediately and be
right.
done.
No more time wasted with that nonsense.
But
Just
that thing is, I would say that that's disrespectful 100% of the time, whether you've been
yeah,
together uh,
and it,
10 minutes or 10 years. It's, it
and
is what it is.
and I will bet you if she had done that, every man that she saw, she was looking at and making comments about or whatever, he would have felt a
Hmm.
way about that. He would
Yeah.
have been butthurt. He
Yep.
would have.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
definitely would have.
Hmm.
But yeah, that is complete disrespect. And I hope that she's not going out again with him, number one. And I hope she's not thinking, oh, well, that's not so bad. That's her problem. Because that's
Yes,
not
and she makes it sound like she thinks it's a her problem, and
right.
no, that's every single person in the universe
Yes.
problem, pretty much.
If men were with women and they were putting their attention toward other men, they would consider that disrespectful. Not only just consider it,
Mhm.
they would voice it to her right
And
there.
and I was going to say, I mean, cross culturally, I mean, even European, same. They would also think that it's
That's right.
disrespectful. Like, I can't think of one place where they would be like, That's fine.
Okay, and that's not a problem. No,
No.
it's not about being insecure. It's
Mm-mm.
just about that is disrespectful behavior,
Yeah.
pure and simple, and
Yeah.
not worth any more time and attention. And I would have even have, and that would have been a situation where I more than likely would have cut that thing short.
Yes.
I would have.
Yes.
There's no way. You don't have to be in a situation that you feel uncomfortable. That
Mm-hmm.
to me would be uncomfortable for me to sit there trying to talk to you, and you're looking around at every woman that
Yes.
comes into the place.
That would be awful.
No, I would
Oh.
end that. We're okay. Okay, I got you. Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Get my things, grabbing my purse. Okay, well,
Mm-hmm.
you have a nice day and good luck on your journey,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
we don't have to sit there and endure that.
Yeah. And to, I mean, because it sounds like she stayed through the whole thing and just
And wondering
sucked it
what,
up.
why she's feeling bad. And, it sounds like she's thinking she's feeling bad because she felt some way about it. And I guess in that moment, we can put on our big girl pants and even communicate,
Mm-hmm.
is this something that you're, wanting to do as far as meeting me? And I noticed that you're looking at, I mean, I would even,
Mm-hmm.
go that far. I noticed that you're looking at,
I think that would have
are
been
you
a
sure?
great way to do it. I don't know
Yeah.
that I would have those big girl pants because I'm, I'm a chicken like that. But I would love to be that person that
Right.
goes to
That would say,
actually communicate it and
right.
say, "Hey, I
Yeah.
noticed
No,
blah blah
honey.
blah.
Yeah.
What's going on?"
Yeah. Is this something that, you normally do? And, I think it's a bit disrespectful. And I understand that women would probably think that, oh, I don't want to say that because he's going to take it a
Mm-hmm.
certain way. I want him to take it the exact way
Mm-hmm.
that I'm saying it. That
Yeah.
this is, I don't feel comfortable.
And if nobody's giving him that feedback before, I guess he's gonna keep doing what he's
Or
doing.
he thinks that is, he could think that, oh, that he's, whatever, I don't know, everything every woman wants. And so
Mm-hmm.
she could just sit there and take it because that's just how he is. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
no, is there some reason why this is happening? I don't feel very comfortable. I think that we probably need to end this because
Mm-hmm.
your attention is elsewhere.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
just get your things, leave the bill. If you need to get a take home back, I don't know if you had a drink, finish it and go on about your business.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that's awful.
Mhm.
That is,
Yeah. Yes. Actually, I'm sorry that happened to you.
definitely.
That's just not nice. It's not nice.
It is.
And this is what we're talking about. This is why this thing, dating in our 50s, it's a tough journey. It's a difficult thing, and it's easy to, I don't know, get down because things like these happen, you
Yeah,
know.
they do. And especially we're already dealing with this whole, you know, societal, traditional, whatever you want to call it, view about what is beautiful, desirable. Youth is always the desirability factor. It would be youth, and we're
Hmm.
already struggling with that. We're getting older. We know that men focus on the young, and you're sitting there with someone who's looking at other women. That compounds that feeling of, you know, it may be insecurity. And I don't think and we need to stop. We need to change how we're saying the word insecurity. People use it as a weapon. There's things, yes, there is a level of insecurity that we all experience. I mean, that's just normal. And there are some people that are overly insecure based off whatever their life experiences. But feeling insecure about something does not make you, does not mean that you have a problem per se. It means that you're having a reaction to someone else's action.
Hmm.
And if you do, it is okay if it's within normal limits. Now, there are people that are overly insecure, and there's a self esteem issue that's associated with that. But
Hmm.
just because you feel insecure, it does not necessarily mean that you're struggling with some, mental health issue. It doesn't mean you have necessarily have a low self-esteem. It means that someone has put you in a position to where you're feeling that, okay, how can I put that? That not you're feeling that, I can't think of the word that I'm looking for. What am I looking for? That you have
That
what?
you're not good enough? What? That you're not desirable? That you're
No,
not.
that is, well, I mean, we can say that, but I don't know that is that to that extreme.
Hmm.
But oh, I can't think of the word. I'm losing all of my words. But anyway, but the moral of this is that, you know, when someone says, "Oh, you're insecure," we need to take the power away from that and not allow people to use it as a weapon, because it's not necessarily that we're insecure. Insecure, we are acknowledging that something happened. You know, we can state a fact. We can say this happened because it did.
Hmm.
Doesn't mean we're insecure, but just because someone's saying, "Oh, you're being insecure," doesn't mean that you are. It means that
Now,
you
what
stated fact that happened.
what
And
if he? What if in this situation she would have gone, uh, put her big girl pants on and told him, "Hey, I noticed that you're looking at every woman in here. What's going on?" And what if he pulled out the whole gaslighting card and said, "What? You're crazy. I don't know what you're talking about." How do you deal with that?
well, of course he would say that. And of course he's going to say that.
Hmm.
And you don't have to deal with it. You don't. You don't even have to continue to
You
talk.
just leave it alone. You just.
Okay, well, we don't have to discuss this. We don't have to endure that. We don't have to endure the gaslight. We don't have to sit and listen to being accused of being crazy when our eyes are, we see what we see. Like I said, we can state facts. It's not about like the insecure thing. Oh, and he could have easily said, "Oh, wow, you're so insecure."
Hmm.
That's a weaponized word.
Yeah.
No. Okay, well, thank you for, the time. I see that this we're not a match.
Hmm.
So, get my things and go and not even look back. Because we
Hmm.
don't have to deal with that. He's no one, he's already proved that he's not even worth the time and attention.
Hmm.
So let him say whatever he wants to say. We don't have to sit there and listen to it. We don't have to be made to feel bad about ourselves. Yes,
Hmm.
sometimes we have feelings of insecurities for whatever reason, high school, our mothers, whatever it is. But
Yeah.
if we're stating facts about things that are happening, that's what they are. Things that are
I was
actually
just
happening.
gonna say because that it sounds like he would be that guy that would actually make you feel double bad.
Try to.
So.
Yes,
Hmm.
definitely would. But we need
Yeah.
to ward against that by flipping
Hmm.
it back, on them, or just, I think the best thing is just not to be in it, to not sit and listen to it. Okay,
Hmm.
well, things like, you have, other things in mind, you had other things in mind about why we were here.
Hmm.
I'm going to call it a night, or I'm going to go ahead and go.
Hmm.
Thank you for whatever. I don't know, the drinks or the meal or whatever. And good luck
Hmm.
on your journey.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exit stage left or right, whichever is the exit. And go.
Whichever.
Because
Yeah.
we don't have to deal with it. And it's okay for us to sometimes have a visceral reaction to when people are disrespectful to us. I mean,
Hmm.
we know what that is. We know what that feeling is. And it's okay for us to feel how we
Hmm.
feel.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah. And it's
our,
sad because, like you said, well, from the way she writes that,
yeah,
it
it's like,
makes it sound like she's minimizing herself, her
right.
feelings about it. And
Yeah,
I guess that's what we need to put right in our minds, that
right.
it
No,
isn't your fault.
no.
It's not you, it's him. He did that.
Yes, he definitely did. And it was definitely disrespectful.
And
And
if
it,
you had done that to him, he would have felt the same
oh,
kind of
yeah,
way.
right there on the spot, he would have been
Yeah.
upset and he would have
Yeah.
been all up
Hmm.
in a huff and, you know,
Hmm.
saying all kinds of things.
Yeah.
So yeah, either if you're not comfortable enough to say anything, because you really don't owe him any communication, any conversation. Really, you
Hmm.
don't. But if you
Mhm.
do, if you would like to maybe
Mhm.
clear some things up, do that. And if he
Mhm.
starts with the gaslight or trying to flip it, then you just leave because you don't have to listen to it. You don't have to try. You don't have to put yourself in a position where someone's trying to cause you to feel or have negative emotions about yourself.
And this is a perfect example of why it's so important to meet up as soon as possible.
Yes.
You don't want to have put in 3 months
Yes.
of texting and
Right.
doing whatever and then end up with that disappointment.
Yes, all that time in because then that's when
Mhm.
you've invested time and you
Yeah.
may have had generated some feeling toward this, and that's how you say, well, oh well, yeah, he did that, but I don't
Hmm.
know, maybe it wasn't what then you start second
Exactly.
guessing and you start moving that line back. Oh
Hmm.
well, and then next thing you know, you're in this relationship or in this dating scenario where you're feeling bad
Hmm.
every time you go out, and
Yeah.
that's not good. Not good.
Mm-mm.
Not good.
No, no. So we would like to say to whoever wrote that that she is not in the wrong here. She
He's not.
is definitely in the right. He was horribly rude and obnoxious,
Yes,
and we don't like him
and disrespectful, and we can
and
say that's
disrespectful.
disrespectful because
Yes, it is. Big time. Not subtle.
not subtle,
Mm.
full on, blatant
Yeah.
disrespect.
Yeah, and the only other subtle disrespect I could think of was that arriving a little bit late without saying it.
Because
But other than that, I can't think of anything that would go in that category. Like
yeah,
what?
I mean,
What?
the only thing I can think of is not prioritizing in a given situation, taking someone else's word over yours. I don't know. I don't know. But I think disrespect is a big thing. I don't think that's minimal. That's minimized. Disrespect, because once someone disrespects you, even, and I'm gonna say the subtle being late, and I do that. I am unaffair. I own it. You know, that could lead to other like I said, that alone is, I wouldn't say, and it's not just because I do it, but is that alone is not, I wouldn't say was a deal breaker, but that coupled with other things, I
What do
would.
you think about if you're one of the gals that put up tend to put up pictures of her younger self, and then the guy says, "Oh my gosh, you don't look like you do in your picture. Your pictures aren't,
Right.
you know,
With your real,
reflective of what
yeah.
you look like." Is that disrespectful?
No, I'm saying no. That's him stating facts. See, I don't have a problem with someone stating facts. you know, and that's why we.
That would feel, it would feel disrespect. I'd feel
No,
disrespect.
you'd be embarrassed, and
You'd be embarrassed. See,
yeah,
this is
you'd be
also,
embarrassed.
this is why you don't do that.
Exactly, and that's why we say use your real picture.
Unless you're just catfishing and you never plan to meet anybody,
Yeah,
it's not a good idea.
and you should be catfishing.
Go
Just
with go with your now pictures.
right. So yeah, I wouldn't say that's disrespect. Now he could say it in a disrespectful way.
Hmm. Yes.
Just the fact that he's noting that, oh wait a minute, this picture doesn't look like you.
Hmm.
That's not the he's stating facts, and I don't have a problem with someone stating facts. I mean, he don't have to say it in a rude way,
Right.
but whoever did that, they had to own what they
Hmm.
did, and that's why you
Hmm.
do that because you are going to you're going to be disappointed, and it's just not going to go your way.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. Um, I don't know if we're going to be putting this on YouTube or anything like that, but subscribe either way
We
to
will.
our podcast.
Yes.
Um,
We're in our Facebook group of five
Facebook.
wonderful women
Yep.
coming together in support out here in
Yes.
these awful streets.
Yes. And remember to live
Laugh and
and connect. Connect. You're not doing it. Wait, we had to do it like this. No,
Does it?
closer. Ta-da! Okay, that's awful. But all right. Till next time. Bye bye.
Bye.